A young black female farmer is breaking barriers in the rural agriculture sector. She's running a full value chain operation in free-range poultry with about 3,000 chickens at any time. She supplies other farmers with day-old chicks and supermarkets with eggs and fresh meat. Well, she joins us now to tell us more about her journey. A very good evening to you, Qhawekazi. Thanks very much for your time. Just take us through your model very briefly. What you do with the chickens, what to do with the eggs, who do you sell? You know, the chickens and chicks too.
Okay, the breakdown is, okay, there's a hatchery, there are sheds, and then there's an abattoir. So now we split from the hatchery, you get fertile eggs, you put them in a machine. After 21 days, magic chicks appear. And then some of those chicks go directly to the customer, maybe a business person who wants to also or has a poultry business, or people who want to do sustenance farming, so basically households that want to grow their own chickens. Then some of those chickens go into our sheds where we grow, whether it's going to be for chickens that lay eggs, layers, or chickens for slaughter. So then they go into different sheds, so the layers, and then you have chickens for slaughter, which now will go down the pipeline, and once they reach a certain age, they'll go to the slaughterhouse, basically.
So it's a full value chain operation.
It is. We package and we sell to spas, directly to the consumer, other businesses, even caterers. So when people want to have events, they'll come to us and buy bulk. Yeah, it's a full value chain.
Yeah, and when did you first got involved in the business, and how?
Well, it started, you know, most people don't really realize how, when you're growing up, the small things that happen, they influence you later on. It's actually when you think about it that you realize where the influence comes from. So just growing up from cutting the grass, taking out the sheep in the morning when your grandmother says wake up at 6 or at 5 and take them out, and you take them to the field, or the whole, you know, during December you'd go on holiday, and then, you know, there would be the maize planting and that whole family time. Well, that's how you associate with it. It's a family time, but in reality, it was a way of life, and you come to appreciate it when you have a better understanding growing up. From there, I traveled all over the country with my mother. She was doing great things in farming. We were side by side, my dad cheering us on. So from there, it escalated. It kept, even now, it's still going.
I would imagine, like any other business, it has its ups and downs, best moments, but also worst moments. What have been some of yours?
The best moments. Okay, I'll say when I was younger, my dad taught us how to slaughter sheep. I think that was probably the best times I've had in terms of agriculture, the experience of, I don't know, it's bonding. So that picture has stuck with me. So even today, the best times that I have is when we are planting maize or doing anything, everybody's singing, it's fun, it's nice, it's very communal. Then the worst moments in my journey have, well, Pandemic wasn't great, considering everybody was terrified and all of that. Business slumped a little bit. Load shedding affected things. Mental and emotional states were kind of rocked there. I think that was the worst for me. Generally, even in farming, yeah. I know it sounds weird.
Now, at some point, I mean, you enrolled, you went to a small business academy. Some of us have this idea that if we win the lotto one day, we'll just buy a farm and go and do what you're actually doing, and it should be easy.
Oh, no, no. Don't try. Guys, this is not for the weak-hearted or for the soft-hearted, especially. But when it comes to finances in farming, it's truly something, you have to love it, because the money will not come quickly. It's something you have to put your heart into. You have to love those animals. You have to love the soil. You have to appreciate the air, the grass, everything, because it all comes. It's almost like a little ecosystem. Everything helps you with everything that you do. So if you can't take care of it, the money comes later. I think the money is the bonus. Okay, everybody loves money, but the money is the bonus. But essentially, when I went to business academy, Stellenbosch, you think that you're going to, the normal training, and it's going to be just, slap in the back and go. But I think I was speaking to another gentleman a week ago or something, and then I was telling him that the academy changed my life from week one. I know it sounds strange, but it's something that I didn't anticipate, and it was a welcomed surprise. I made changes that changed my entire structure. It's still going on, by the way. It's been the greatest advantage, because I would say it's an advantage for me to have been a part of it, because of the exposure, the different lecturers. It's been amazing, honestly, learning so much about business, because even in farming, what people don't understand is that it's not just about the cattle or the sheep, but there's a business side of it, a financial side, that you need to understand. And right now, I've been learning marketing, financing, business, just the business principles of business, the essentials. And it's been eye-opening. I enjoy it. I love being in the classroom. I'm sure my classmates would say that I love being in the classroom.
Apart from now appreciating the business side of things, but as you were saying earlier, appreciating the animals, the air, and the grass, you also had to learn to appreciate the people side of the business, managing the people who work for you.
Yes. When you have a business that deals directly with people constantly, and a lot of labor and taking care, farming is about taking care of something that's going to produce. It's food, something very important. The people, if you don't treat them well, there will be violence. I've experienced that in terms of news and other stories. So for me, in the farm, taking care of the employees and their needs, and almost provide, and the culture of the farm matters to a point where, because you are dealing with animals, it's such a, I don't know, it's a sensitive environment. So people need to know that there's a difference between them and the animals. You have to know.
Let me thank you. Let me thank you very much for sharing your story, and all the best to you.